When I was about 8 years old, I saw a cosplayer of Darth Vader, and I had to know who he was, so my dad took me home and showed me the VHS that he had taped off of TBS, and I wore that tape out.
I started getting into Star Wars late in high school and college.
My mom put it in when I was like 3 years old.
I watched A New Hope for the first time. I was 7 years old.
When I first saw the prequels in theaters.
When I was about 12 years old, when I wanted to see The Force Awakens.
It wasn't until probably my mid-20s that I finally sat down and watched the original trilogy, and I knew from that moment that I was like, I can't believe that I waited this long to do it.
Yeah, it's just been a lifelong love affair ever since.
Gosh, Star Wars means so many things to me.
It encompasses everything I believe in. It's from a spiritual perspective to just having fun and getting a little escapism.
We live in a world with so many problems, and sometimes it's hard not to get absorbed in the darkness and all the hate and negativity. So for me, Star Wars is a way to escape and just remember that there are good things in this world that are worth fighting for.
I think you can learn just about everything that you need to live in Star Wars. How to be a good person, that you're never beyond redemption. I think that one of the most beautiful moments in Star Wars is when Luke is at the end of Vader's life is saying, no, I have to save you. And then after all of it, Vader says,
"You're ready."
I think that's one of the most poignant moments in Star Wars, and it's just resonated with me.
Knowing the difference between right and wrong is obviously a core part of it, but being able to see subtlety in everything that is a shade of gray.
I think no matter where you're from or what you look like, you fit in.
I can be who I want to be. I can be whoever that unique person is and just go from there.
It's really about, taking the high road and being as good as you can as a human being.
George Lucas said it best, the role of the artist is to find the common threads that make all people one.
3 friends of mine and I started a podcast. We started as a sort of Star Wars book club podcast. Those 3 people are truly some of my dearest friends on the planet, and if it hadn't been for this, I never would have met them.
Star Wars has changed our lives drastically. Star Wars Explained is our YouTube channel where we explain Star Wars. We cover all the new books and comics and TV shows.
Being able to meet fans and hear their stories about how our videos make their day, it's really heartwarming.
I recently joined the 501st. That has been a defining moment for me, and I really enjoyed that extended family, and I think that's really what Star Wars is all about. It's about love, trust, redemption, and hope, and you get to experience that when you troop and get to reach out back to the community, and I think that's a really big part of Star Wars.
Star Wars has basically made a lot of friends in my life. A lot of people who I normally would have never connected with. People that I probably would have never crossed paths with except online. This love of Star Wars, this discussion of Star Wars, it really brings us together. And then we end up, liking other stuff, like beer.
It really has taught me that everybody is a hero in some way. A lot of the characters in Star Wars are kind of reluctant heroes. They didn't mean to be, and they kind of fell into it, and then they went, well, this is kind of where I belong. And I think that everybody is kind of like that. You just find your calling and whatever it is. So I think everybody's kind of a little bit of a hero inside, and so I feel like I'm a little bit too.